Hello and welcome to the second channel of Tales from the Trip. I'm your host, the Trip Keeper, and I can't think of any other intro to start off with, so I'm just going to keep saying that until I think of something. This Worst Combos episode seems like it might be one of the worst ones in terms of how bad it turned out. Might actually be the worst. Worst Combos. I've been doing, I don't know how many episodes of this so far, but this one, I skimmed through it, and yeah, so we're gonna get to it because it's sad. The story is called "I Can't Believe I'm a Statistic," and it involves heroin, Valium, Xanax, and alcohol. And it is by Habilis. My bro and I'm gonna call him brother. My brother and I were always after whatever we could get. The MS Cottons and Oxys were getting way too expensive, and we were always after real H, but could never find it. My brother started a new job about 3 months ago and quickly found himself immersed in the drug culture. Sure enough, we found a guy who had the real deal. Last Saturday, we started it out nice with 20 milligrams of Valium mixed with 4 milligrams of Xanax and just drinking beer all day. Not a good idea. Do not mix any benzos with alcohol. It's hard to mix any drug with alcohol and make it end up good, but if you do, just do very minimal amounts. We were feeling wonderful and stupid too. We were getting bored with the benzo buzz. We decided we needed the extra boost of an opiate. The real thing would be perfect, we thought. Oh boy. We called the man. The bundle was purchased. We split it 5 bags apiece and we immediately started snorting away. All the while we kept this a secret from our wives. Probably should have told them what the way this story ended up. The man supposedly told my brother that this was some very powerful, high-quality stuff, and his bags were quite generous to boot. I've always been very cautious about my intake, so I was snorting 1/4 a bag at a time, giving it some time, then go back later for another line, etc. The man was right about the quality. The euphoria was breathtaking and absolutely wonderful. Well worth every penny. Best I ever had. Snorting. I never liked snorting. I've only snorted a pill like once in my life. I just did not like the drip of it. I did not like how it felt going up my nose, but I know a lot of people love to snort, and I will never inject anything in my arm. That just is terrible. I can't do that. I'm not afraid of needles or anything, but just the fact of it going inside my veins like that and knowing what can happen, it's just, ugh, God, I can't. So that's good enough to keep me away from fucking heroin, fentanyl, all that shit. And it's gonna stay that way. I was not paying much attention to my brother who had snorted the stuff before, so I figured he knew his dosing. He was in and out of the bathroom quite a bit. We were still drinking moderately, and we popped a couple more Valiums and Xans. Oh my god. I honestly don't know how many he had, but it wasn't many that I saw, just a couple that he saw. Well, everything was fine. We had a great fucking night. I remember him saying a few times, "There's no better buzz than this." Around 2 a.m. we parted ways. I went home with my wife, and my brother went in and went to bed with his wife. It's getting started here. Around 9 a.m. the next morning, I got a call from my sister. She woke up to her peaceful-looking husband cuddled up to her, except the problem was he was cold and his lips were blue. He, of course, was dead and had been dead for quite some time. He couldn't be resuscitated. Man, this death could have been avoided for sure. Later, we searched the house and found nothing, so I figured he must have snorted all 5 bags. Holy fucking shit. As you can imagine, the fallout from this incident has been a complete fucking train wreck like I have never fucking seen. He didn't say fucking in that, I added that fucking never seen. I'm 29, he was only 28, and my sister is destroyed in every way. I can't imagine, actually. Yeah, that's terrible. Sister had nothing to do with it. Nothing. And there's nothing she could have done. Maybe, I don't want to say that there's nothing she could have done, but most of these situations when someone overdoses, it's too late. Imagine waking up to the lifeless body of your soulmate right in your face. She said she originally woke up because she was feeling cold from something. It was my brother's cold, lifeless body. Oh my god. I wonder if she was like dreaming something, like she was in a freezer or something, and then she wakes up to that. That's terrifying. It's one thing finding your husband or wife in your bed and you come home, but like sleeping next to it, sleeping next to them, that's a whole different ballgame right there. I cannot even believe this happened to me. I cannot believe I'm a statistic. I was always one of you guys reading these stories, never being part of one. This dude's lucky it didn't happen to him either. My sister knew about the Valiums and Xanax, but not the H. Okay, that explains it. Yep, so she really couldn't do anything about it. I had to tell her about that we lied, sneaking in the bathroom and doing lines, went behind her back, etc. Holy shit, guys, please be fucking careful with this shit. You don't need a needle to OD and die from it. Okay, so they did just snort it the whole time. That's even more scary, because, well, not saying snorting is safe, but I don't know. Either way, injecting, snorting is not good for you. My wife raided my stash of drugs and flushed everything down the toilet, and I was happy to let her do it. That's good. I kept quiet about the small stash of MS Cottons I had hidden in the basement because I'm a fucker and I still want to get high. Alright, MS Cottons is morphine. And you know what's sicker still is that my sister made me swear to never do this shit again, and I'm already high on a handful of morphine right now. I even thought about shooting these things for my farewell salute to drugs, but if that went wrong, the repercussions would be earth-shattering for my already fucked family. Even though I am high, I don't plan on getting any more of these and going back to the simple old beer and whiskey routine. Fuck, I'm not gonna preach to anybody. Just learn from my mistake. Don't ever let somebody go to sleep on heavy doses of H, even snorted. They might not ever wake up. Wow, this story has 180,000 views on Arrowid. It tells you that if you guys didn't know. For some reason I thought I read this story before, but a thing that I check so I know I don't read stories twice is I put the link of the story in the search bar and I see if it comes up, because I put all the links to my the stories I read in my channel in the description box, so I can easily look it up, which is really helpful, because if you're finding a video, you find a good one, you're like, oh, I already read that. So when people say like, oh my god, you already read this story, what the hell? It's not me, okay? It's probably some other Trip Report channel, like, I don't know. It's not me though. I search it up before every video. Now there was 1 or 2 stories that I said I read already, so that was just me saying that, but I don't do it on purpose, or I don't do it, like, I know what I'm doing. If I'm gonna read another story, I'm gonna tell you. So if I don't say anything, I haven't read it before. That's just, if you guys are wondering about that. I haven't got a comment like that in a while. I haven't seen it. Maybe I have gotten it, but I haven't seen it. So yeah, but those used to piss me off. If I get one again, I'll probably still be pissed off, but it's just one of those pet peeves I have about the comments, and yeah, it's ruined looking at comments for me. I just skim through them now. I barely even see the new ones. I get a lot now because my videos are going up and up, especially that gasoline video. That's at over 800,000 views right now. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, this was a horrible combination. I want to know why they did like Xanax and Valium too. That doesn't, I don't know. That's probably what killed him, not the heroin exactly. I think mixing it, I think if they just stuck with the heroin, they might still be alive. Not saying that you should do it, but I'm just saying, you know, mixing that shit was probably the death of him for real. Like, I don't know. What do you guys think? This just seems like so much drugs. I'm surprised this other guy is alive too. I mean, he was doing a lot, so maybe their tolerances are high, and his brother probably took a lot more than he thought, because he said he didn't really know. He just saw how much were left. So that's what I think. But I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section below. Was this the worst one I have done so far? Do you guys think so? I think it's one of the worst. It ends with a death. I mean, how can it get worse than that? Maybe 2 deaths if I could find one for that. But I figured I'd do a classic drug story this time. Haven't done a heroin one in a while, like on my main channel. It's very risky doing shit like that because YouTube, so I don't know. I don't want to risk it, because I think my one heroin video did get age restricted, or Yeah, something like that. Maybe it didn't, but it didn't get a lot of views, so it's really not even worth it in the first place. Same with cocaine and crack. Those videos didn't do very good. Well, the crack one was in the amusement park of rides video, so that's probably why that did bad, but compared to my other videos. But yeah, if you like this, if you want me to just put some ideas in the comment section of what combos you want me to do next, make sure they're terrible combos and not good ones like fucking Kratom and Phenibut. That's like the best combo of all time. But no. Alright, have a wonderful day. I hope I didn't sadden you too much. Let's just end the video by me being very low and baritone. Hello, what are you doing?